Thanks, Eileen. And turning to our wildfire coverage now, there are about 24 fires burning around California right now. And as you can tell by this map from CAL FIRE, most of them are burning in the northern part of the state. One of the fastest moving is the Rocky Fire burning in Lake County. Overnight, it grew to 46,000 acres. KCRA 3's Brian Hickey joins us live now in Colusa County with the latest on the fire. And Brian, it was a busy night out there for them.
Yeah, and still only to that number of the 5% contained on that 46,000 acres. And you can see behind me here along Highway 20 the smoke that is hanging over the mountains here, where Highway 20 is now shut down at Highway 16 as fire continues to burn through that area. Take a look at this video from overnight and you can see what fire crews are dealing with. Even in the cool nighttime hours, we would expect the fire to lay down, as so many wildfires do. This fire has continued very erratic behavior through the evening, giving you a sense of just how dry the conditions are up there, allowing this fire to roar through these hillsides. Now up to 46,000 acres, 24 residences destroyed, many more being threatened. Over 5,000 homes are considered threatened by this fire. More than 12,000 people have been evacuated as the fire continues to grow. Take a look at this video this morning. We caught up with some fire crews along Highway 16 where they were setting backfires. At this point, they're hoping to hold the fire west of Highway 16 and south of Highway 20 for the most part. Highway 16, of course, running through the Cache Creek area there, and that is where they've been setting those backfires through the night. So they had a very successful operation. They got about 7 miles of containment line built along there and backfired off of the roadway. Now they're just hoping that will hold should the fire shift directions, start racing toward the east, hoping that those embers will still land within their containment area and not cross over Highway 16. So that's the situation where they're hoping to hold these fires. They've evacuated the Cache Creek regional campground areas through there. Campers there were told they had until noon today, but as we drove through this morning, that area was already cleared out, and now we know why, as the fire is already down in the canyon or very close to some of those areas from Rumsey north along Highway 16. So still a very active firefight. Saw a lot of weary firefighters out there along Highway 16 this morning, working very hard through the night to try to hold those lines. Send it back to you, Kristen.
And CAL FIRE's Daniel Berlant joins us now to give us more perspective on the fires burning in our state. And Daniel, Brian just told us that 5,000 homes are threatened. A lot of people have been evacuated. How close is the fire to these homes? How threatening is it to people's homes?
Well, since this fire ignited last Wednesday, it has been burning around hundreds of homes. In fact, unfortunately, this fire already able to destroy roughly 24 homes. Firefighters have gotten in there, though, and really done a great job protecting thousands of others that are threatened. This morning, about 6,300 homes remain threatened by this fire. Now, some new figures on the fire. It's now grown to 47,000 acres. So a very large, a very fast-moving wildfire. In fact, last night, 20,000 acres burned in just a 5-hour period. Those are record-setting numbers. That is not a size and a intensity that we would typically see, especially in the beginning of August. But conditions across our state are so dry because of the drought. Fires like this one able to ignite and burn very rapidly.
So, Daniel, you just said these are record-breaking numbers that we're seeing. When a fire's growing that quickly and that large, how do you stay ahead of it? How do you fight it?
It definitely challenges us. Now, the first step is we want an aggressive initial attack. We want to throw as much on that fire as we can. That includes firefighters on the ground, our inmate hand crews, bulldozers, helicopters, air tankers. So trying to get that fire contained at 10 acres or less. But the weather conditions, drought conditions, that's when we start to see about 5% of our fires become large and damaging fires. In that case, then we have to start mobilizing resources. We bring firefighters from across the state, across the region to that fire. In fact, on this fire, we have crews from Southern California, the top of Northern California, even from out of state. Now, behind me, one of the C-130 aircraft from the National Guard have also been activated to help us, again, allowing us more resources to battle all these fires at one time.
And I know this isn't the only fire burning in California. You've said already that there are thousands of firefighters from throughout the state and the country already fighting them. Do we run the risk at all of stretching the resources too thin? Like you said, it's only August.
Yeah, it is only August. You know, one of the lucky things that we have working in our favor this year is Governor Brown signed a drought state of emergency last year, giving us additional firefighters, additional resources to respond to this increase in fires because of the drought. That's given us more personnel and more equipment to be able to keep up with this demanding pace. Now, historically, September and October, when we see the largest and most damaging wildfires, and that's why we're really asking the public to help prevent sparking a fire in the first place. 95% of the fires that we respond to are sparked by the activity of people. That means that the public has the ability to help us prevent sparking these fires in the first place, because really one less spark means one less wildfire.
Okay, and that's a good reminder. Thank you, Daniel, for joining us, and you and your crew stay safe out there.
Thanks.